And Chad Holmes here from Wisconsin Rapids. Apologize here. I'm trying to get all these. Double headers are always kind of a pain, to be honest with you, because you have to chase down. There's not a lot of time between the games where there's and the coaches kind of take things under advisement after the first game to decide the second game lineup. But we will get you the lineups here as we get into it. Joe Gravine will be the starting pitcher in game number 2 for the Warriors. Again, if you were not with us for game number 1, it was a 3-1 victory for the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders over the West Warriors. And now the Warriors will try to get a split. In fact, again, these teams are facing off 3 different times here this week. And Warriors will host Wisconsin Rapids at Wausau West coming up on Thursday. We will have on Thursday Wausau West softball against Wisconsin Rapids. Looking forward to that. The Warrior softball team actually is in action today. And at last look, they were trailing in the second inning against Marshfield by a score of 2-0. I will get you scores on that one as we continue as well during the course of our broadcast. For Wausau West, Cam Blasky leading things off, playing second base. Miles Wallvogel, the shortstop, is hitting second. Joe Gravine, the starting pitcher, hitting third. Ty Teske is the designated hitter, and he will bat fourth. Batting fifth and playing first base is Keegan Cruzan. Batting in the number 6 hole is the catcher, Rowan Robbins. Batting seventh and playing right field is Marshall Helke. Batting 8th, playing third base is Carson Thurs, and batting 9th is the second baseman, Will Stengel. Alex Capitz is not in the batting order, and he is the flex player, and he is playing in left field. Starting pitcher for the Lincoln Red Raiders is Felix Apps. Felix Apps is the starting pitcher here for the Lincoln Red Raiders. And stepping in for Wausau West, Cam Blasky in the first pitch of the game. Misses. Oh, that pitch looked to be a little low and outside, but nevertheless called for strike 1. Still writing out my sheets here as we get things underway. But glad you could be with us here for high school baseball on Wausau Area Sports. 0-1 bounces in there. That evens things up at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll give you the complete lineup for the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders as soon as I finish writing it down. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Cam Blasky. Here's the pitch. Misses off the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cam Blasky had 1 of the 2 hits that Wausau West had in game number 1. Jack Potter behind the dish makes the target, and that pitch is outside for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Cam Blasky. All right, I got it all down. We are now ready officially here for game number 2. 3 balls and 1 strike on Cam Blasky. Here's the kick and the pitch. Misses up and away, and there's a good start for the Warriors, a walk to Blasky. And that will bring up Miles Wallvogel. Defensively for Rapids in left field, J.D. Weiland. Gage Honeyager is at center field. Playing in right field is Matthew Vollert. We'll give you the infield D here in just a moment. But first stepping in for the Warriors is Miles Wallvogel. Scoring to bunt is Wallvogel. Here's the pitch. There's the runner on the move. There's the throw down to second. It's sliding in safely with the stolen base is Cam Blasky. So the Warriors quickly have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. 1 ball and no strikes on Miles Wallvogel. Infield D for Wisconsin Rapids. Brett Olds is the third baseman. Cooper Souza is at shortstop. Caden Shalinsky is at second base. Owen Richardson is the first baseman. Jack Potter is the catcher, and Felix Apt is the pitcher. Runner off of second. Apt kicks and deals. There's a chopper, third base side. Brett Olds will pick. He'll across the way. in time, but advancing 90 feet to third base will be Cam Blasky for the Warriors with 1 out. And now an RBI opportunity for Joe Gravine.
Now batting pitcher, Joe Gravine.
So Joe Gravine will try to help his own cause. Again, Joe is the starting pitcher here for Wausau West in game number 2. Pitch misses off the outside corner for ball 1. Again, that first game was a very quick first game. That one was barely an hour and a half. So, again, we are actually ahead of schedule here. 57 degrees is the temperature, partly cloudy skies. There's a fly ball right field side. Vollert comes over, makes the grab. Runner slipped as he was trying to tag at third base. So staying right there is Blasky. The liner to right, getting over, making the grab was Vollert. Trying to get back quickly was Blasky, but as he got to the bag, he kind of slipped on top of it and holds right there. I'm not sure he's going to try it either way, but that will leave it up now to Ty Teskey for the Warriors. Here's the kick and the pitch. Misses off the outside corner for ball 1. So Teskey, slightly open stance from the left-handed batter's box. Jack Potter will set the target. Apt kicks and fires. Bounces in there, and that was a pretty good play made by the catcher Potter. Kept it in front of him, kept the runner at third base. Warriors trying to get off to the early lead. Warriors scored first in the first game, a run in the top of the second. But that was all the Warriors could get. Pitch bounces in there. Another good stop made by Jack Potter. Boy, that's back-to-back from Potter. Count goes to 3-0. Keegan Cruzan, the Wausau West first baseman and number 5 hitter, would hit next. Apt sets just below the belt. Here's the pitch. Bounces in, it goes to the backstop. Here comes Blasky. He will score. And the Warriors take a 1-0 lead. The third time was not the charm for Jack Potter. He had made the stop on the first 2. That one bounced off of home plate and got away from the catcher. So now runner on first, 2 outs for Keegan Cruzan. Keegan had an RBI hit in the first game, drove in the only Warrior run. Here's the pitch. Drops a little bit low for ball 1. So Warriors up 1-0. Teskey leads off first, being held there by Owen Richardson. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Good cut by Keegan Cruzan. Looked like he was right on it, but swung through it. And the count evens up at 1-1. Here's the pitch. And that one is in there. Hard breaking ball makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner again. Ty Teskey takes his lead. And the pitch. There he goes. Pitch is low outside. Not able to get a good grip on it was Potter. So in without a throw is Teskey. Pitch was low and outside. Not a easy pitch to throw on if you're a catcher like Potter. And now the Warriors have another runner in scoring position. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch. Up and away, and that runs the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Warrior softball team trails in Marshfield 2-0. That game in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Just across the way in Wisconsin Valley Conference softball, Stevens Point leads Wisconsin Rapids 9-3 in the 6th inning. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that will do it for the Warriors in the top of the 1st inning. But the Warriors get on the board. 1 run, no base hits. There were no errors, and 1 runner left on base. So end of 1/2 inning here from Wisconsin Rapids. Warriors lead 1-0. Wisconsin Rapids coming to the plate. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing? Boat for skiing? A pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Chad Holmes back again from Wisconsin Rapids as Lincoln comes to the plate in the bottom half of the first inning. Warriors with a run in the top of the frame. Batting order for Wisconsin Rapids, Matthew Vollert is the right fielder. He'll hit first. Gage Honeyegger is the center fielder, batting second. Jarrett Sezalowski, the designated hitter, hits third. Owen Richardson, the first baseman, hits fourth. Cooper Souza, the shortstop, will bat fifth. Brett Olds is at third base, hitting sixth. Caden Cholinsky, the second baseman, hits seventh. J.D. Weiland, the left fielder, is eighth. Jack Potter, the catcher, is hitting ninth. Joe Gravine on the hill here for Wausau West. Matthew Vollert, right fielder, settles in. Give you the Warrior defense in just a moment. Here's the pitch. Bounces in there for ball one. Alex Caput starts in left field. Cam Blasky in center. Marshall Helke in right. Carson Thurs is the third baseman. Miles Wallvogel at shortstop. Will Stengel, the second baseman. Keegan Cruzan is at first. Rowan Robbins, the catcher for Joe Gravine. Fastball misses low and outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Joe Gravine's last pitching performance was in relief on Friday. He came on, got the save in that 3-1 win over Eau Claire North. Got the final 2 outs. There's a chopper towards shortstop. Miles Wallvogel. He has a long throw across, and it is just in time. Well done on both ends. First by Miles Wallvogel, and then scooping it up by Keegan Cruzan at first base. 6-3 on the putout for out number 1. Gage Honeyegger, the center fielder, who was so good on the pitcher's mound in game number 1, now steps in. Left-handed batter. Here's Gravine's pitch. Squares to bunt. Takes it outside for ball 1. Looks like the lights have been turned on here as we get towards the early evening hours. 1-0. There's a pop-up. Third base side. Taking a look is Carson Thurs, but that will be out of play. Count goes to 1-1. Again, this is a 4-game week for the Warriors, 3 against Rapids, and then Friday on the road at Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Whitburn is a team that's a very solid team. They are ranked number 7 in the state in Division III. There's a good pitch on the outer portion of the plate from Joe Gravine for strike 2. Friday, I will be heading to Wittenberg for that one. 4:45 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch right here on Wausau Area Sports. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Misses outside, evens things up at 2-2. Left-handed batter settles back in. Robbins will set the target. Gravine kicks and fires. There's a line drive into center field for a base hit. Well hit ball again by Honeyegger. Jarrett Selagowski, the DH, will now settle in for Wisconsin Rapids. First base knock for either side in this game. right-handed batter. Taking a peek at the runner at first is Gravine. There he goes. Pitch is taken inside for a ball. Throw down to second, and sliding in under the throw is Honeyegger. No hesitation on getting him on the move on the first pitch. So now a runner on second with one out. 1 ball and no strikes on Seligowski. Gravine's pitch misses outside, snagged by Rowan Robbins, but the count goes to 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Good hitters count now for Seligowski. Joe Gravine takes 2 looks back, now kicks and fires. Just a tad low, and that's ball 3. Well, still seeing some sunshine here in Wisconsin Rapids. Very thin clouds above us. It's at 57 degrees at game time for this one. 3-0, and getting the green light is Seligowski. And he'll be a tad tardy on that pitch. Fouled it off to the first base side, and the count now 3-1. 1-0 Warriors. Bottom half of the first inning. Game number 2 of this doubleheader. Gravine, 3-1. That one is down low, and that's ball 4. So runners now on first and second.
Batting the first baseman, Owen Richardson.
Owen Richardson, the cleanup hitter and first baseman, will step in. Oh, and walking off as apparently injuring himself on that last pitch is Joe Gravine. So Joe Gravine is walked off the field with a limp, and it looks like the Warriors will have to get a new pitcher here in the bottom of the first inning. Well, let's wait and see what is happening, and being an injury, that should give whoever comes in to pitch enough time to truly get warmed up. And it looks as though for Wausau West that coming to the pitcher's mound will be Marshall Helke. Marshall Helke will go into from right field to pitch. So the Warriors, very tough moment here to have to lose Joe Gravine, number 1 on the mound, and also number 2 in terms of his batting and just everything he brings to the team. So there is a timeout out there, as we will have some time here for Marshall Helke to warm up. So we'll take a timeout as well. Bottom of the first inning, Warriors are leading 1-0. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Thanks to the Wausau West Baseball Diamond Club for their support of our broadcast of Warrior Baseball on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel. Community support through the Diamond Club is crucial for our student athletes. All race funds directly benefit the program. The Diamond Club offers several advertising opportunities for local businesses and organizations to gain visibility while contributing to high school sports. For more information, go to wausauwestbaseball.com and click on Diamond Club. Thanks again to the Wausau West Diamond Club for helping bring Wausau West Warrior Baseball to you on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel. Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports. So Marshall Helke will move in from right field. and become the new pitcher here for Wausau West. Runners on first and second for Wisconsin Rapids. Bottom of the first inning, 1 out, 1-0 lead for the Warriors. But again, after that last pitch, walking off like he may have pulled a leg muscle, perhaps. Again, it's all speculation at this point, Joe Gravine. So again, that's a big loss. Number 1, again, for the Warriors in terms of losing their starting pitcher here on a busy week very early. And also number 2 for everything that Joe Gravine provides in terms of the leadership and the hitting as well. So Owen Richardson, the cleanup hitter, will step in now for Wisconsin Rapids in a RBI situation. So Marshall Helke will set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball just off the inside corner. Ball 1. And a surprise for Marshall Helke, who comes in from right field. Hopefully he was able to take the time for those warm-up pitches, be able to settle into the mindset of now being a pitcher for the Warriors. Inside for ball 2. Again, it's not an easy situation. Runners off second and first. Looking into his catcher, Rowan Robbins. Marcus Koenigs is now in right field for Wausau West. There goes the runner from second. There's a liner into left field. In there for a base hit, rounding third. Oh, and then bobbling it in left field is Capitz, but it didn't matter. It was going to be a run-scoring single for Richardson as Honeyager was moving on the pitch, and he was going to score easily either way. So an RBI single ties it up 1-1. Runners remain on first and second for Cooper Souza. But again, Marcus Koenigs now in right field, replacing Marshall Helke. Out of the stretch, Marshall Helke peeks back at the runner at second, takes a second look. Now comes home. Fastball paints the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 on Cooper Souza. Taking his time on the hill is Helke. Time was called. I think a balk has been called. Yep. A balk has been called on Marshall Helke, so each of the runners advance 90 feet. The base umpire comes in towards the mound, give the explanation on exactly what happened on that play. So now second and third, 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Cooper Souza. Well, again, not an easy situation for Helke. He was not expecting this here in the first inning. There's a pop right over the top of me, and it goes all right over the top towards the softball field, and the count goes to 1-2. Strikeout would be big here for Wausau West. We saw Ty Teske do it a couple of times in the first game. When he needed a strikeout or a ground ball double play, he was able to find it to keep West in that game throughout. 1-2. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Helke looks to the runner back. Fires to first in time, and the runners will stay at second and third. Well executed by Helke. Number 1, he made the pick, and then he quickly looked to the third base side to make sure the runner wasn't breaking. So now second and third and 2 outs for the number 6 hitter, third baseman Brett Olds. Here's the pitch. Good fastball in there for strike 1 called. Well, trying to work through a very difficult situation is Marshall Helke. Keep the Warriors in a tie game. Again, Robbins will put down the fingers and set the target. Here's the pitch. Just off the outside corner, taken for a ball. And now walking out to have a quick word is Rowan Robbins with Helke. after that block. I think number 2, you have to make sure that whatever he did to get that block, you don't do again. Now with the runner on third base. That conversation has come to an end, and now back behind the dish will be Rowan Robbins. 1-1, bottom of the first inning. Runners lead off third and second with 2 outs for Wisconsin Rapids. Brett Olds hands wait. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Haven't seen a lot of Marshall Helke on the mound, but he pitched exceptionally well in the game against Merrill a couple of weeks back. Went 5 innings, allowed just 1 earned run in that game. Helke sets. Here's the pitch. Outside off the mitt of the catcher Robbins, and that will score a run. 2-1. Wisconsin Rapids takes the lead. Advancing the third on the play will be Richardson. Well, wanted to see Olds have to earn it. And unfortunately, the pitch gets away for the second run of the inning. Richardson now leads off third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Helke's pitch. Fastball misses a tad up. That runs the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Target is set. Marshall Helke sets just above the belt. Kicks and deals. Line drive into left field for a base hit. Coming in to score is Richardson with the third run for Rapids. And it's now 3-1 Red Raiders. Well hit ball in the hole between thirds at third, and Waldvogel at short from Brett Olds. Caden Chalinsky, the second baseman, will now step in for Rapids. Number 7 hitter in the Lincoln order. Line drive down the left field line, drops in for a base hit. Rounding second, staying right there will be Brett Olds. So Chalinsky, little looping liner right down the third base line with the base hit.
Now batting the left fielder, J.D. Weiland.
First and second, 2 outs now for J.D. Weiland, who is the left fielder. Fourth base hit of the inning for Wisconsin Rapids. Helke kicks and fires. Fouled straight back to the screen from Weiland for strike 1. On deck hitter, catcher Jack Potter will chase down that foul ball. Left-handed batter waves the bat as he waits. Helke's pitch. There's a little roller. First base side goes foul, and that's quickly strike 2. 3-1. Wisconsin Rapids, bottom half of inning number 1. Game 2 of a doubleheader in the Wisconsin Valley Conference today. Helke takes a couple peeks back at the runner, takes a third look, and now deals. Strike 3 called right on the outside corner, and that will do it for Wisconsin Rapids in the bottom of the first inning. But the Raiders do score 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. End of 1 here from Wisconsin Rapids. It is Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln 3, Wausau West 1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
For their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West.
That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau area sports. Thanks to the O'Reilly Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau area sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled breadth of services and depth of talent in Wisconsin. Matt can help you in finding a legal solution in civil litigation, family law, personal injury, and more. Contact Matt Meyer at Weld Riley Law Firm in Wausau. Thanks to Weld Riley and Matt Meyer for their support of high school sports coverage on Wausau area sports. Top half of inning number 2, Warriors coming to the plate, trailing 3-1. Other game today in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. I mentioned earlier that the DC Everest game against Stevens Point was postponed due to field conditions at DC Everest. Today over at Wausau East, the Marshfield Tigers beat Wausau East 18-1 in 5 innings. An 8-run third inning and a 5-run fifth inning really sparked Marshfield in that win over at Wausau East. Leading things off for the Warriors is Rowan Robbins in the top of the second inning. First pitch, fastball, off the inside corner for ball 1. Wausau West softball team trails Marshfield 3-0 in the top of the 5th inning today in Marshfield. Again, we have the Warriors and Rapids in softball on Thursday, 4:15 on Wausau area sports. Chopper at the plate from Rowan Robbins for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rowan Robbins, Marshall Helke, and Carson Thurs here in this inning. Just off the outside corner from Felix Apt. Again, he is getting the start here in game number 2 for Rapids. 2 balls and 1 strike. Out of the stretch in all situations is Apt. There's a ground ball third base side, bobbled by Brett Olds, and now he will not have a play. He bobbled it, tried to grab it, dropped it again. So safe on the air will be Robbins, but a good start here for the Warriors in the top of the second inning. E5 if you're scoring at home.
Now batting number 24, Marshall Helke.
And Marshall Helke, now the pitcher for the Warriors, will step in. John Albee going through his signs in the third base coach's box. Squares to bunt, up and in. Pick off back to first, and diving back in safely is Robbins. Felix Apt peeks at the runner. Another square around. There's the bunt. It is a fair ball. Just one play. Fired to first in time. But the sacrifice is successful. Advancing to second base on the play is Rowan Robbins. So a runner in scoring position, 1 out for Carson Thurs. Carson Thurs, number 23 on the back of his dark blue jersey, settles into the right-handed batter's box. Pick off, back to second, easily back in is Rowan Robbins. Warriors looking to get at least 1 back here in the top of the second, trailing by a score of 3-1. Pitch misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Hands up near the right ear hole as he waits. Apt kicks and deals. Catches the outside corner for a called strike 1. Well, 27 pitches already have been thrown by Felix Apt as we are just an inning and a third in for him. Pick off and back. Throw goes into center field, but Not picking it up quickly enough was Rowan Robbins, and pinching in was Gage Honeyegger to get to it quickly and keep Robbins at second base. I think the Red Raiders are going to stop throwing those pickoff moves to second base. We saw an error on a pickoff attempt in the first game, and that one, again, got away. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back into the screen. Strike two. Will Stengel, the number 9 hitter and second baseman for the Warriors, is in the on-deck circle. Again, Robbins takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. Looks like taking a little bit off that pitch was apt. Swinging over the top was Thurs. And now 2 outs in the inning.
Now, batting number 10, Will Stengel.
And Will Stengel will step in now for Wausau West. But first we will get a courtesy runner for the catcher, as Parker Helke will take the place of Rowan Robbins. Get a little bit more speed out there. Try to score on a base knock to the outfield. Felix Apt to the plate. Low inside for a ball. So looking for the 2-out RBI hit is Will Stengel. It's not been easy in the first 2 innings for Felix Apt, and that's got to be encouraging for the Warriors, down by 2. There's a looper towards shortstop, backhanded by Souza. He'll flip across into the artificial dirt, but Owen Richardson will dig it out for out number 3. So for the Warriors in the top of the second inning, no runs, no hits, there was an error, and 1 runner left on base. End of an inning and a half. It is Wisconsin Rapids 3, Wausau West 1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
The Weld Riley Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled breadth of services and depth of talent in Wisconsin. Matt can help you in finding a legal solution in civil litigation, family law, personal injury, and more. Contact Matt Meyer at Weld Riley Law Firm in Wausau. Thanks to Weld Riley and Matt Meyer for their support of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Wausau Area Sports is more than play-by-play broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Go to wausauareasports.com for the latest news and information involving our high school sports teams, including Wausau West, Newman Catholic, DC Everest, Wausau East, Marathon, Mosinee, and more. It's all at wausauareasports.com. Also, you can contact us there. If you have story ideas or questions, just go to wausauareasports.com and to the contact section. Also, follow us on Facebook and Instagram for the latest information on where we are and what we're covering. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well so you miss none of the action. Wausau Area Sports on YouTube, at wausauareasports.com, on Facebook and Instagram. The Wausau area's newest source for information and play-by-play of high school sports. Wausau Area Sports.
Leading off, number 24, Jack Potter.
Jack Potter leads things off for Wisconsin Rapids in the bottom of the second inning, with Rapids leading 3-1. First pitch from Marshall Helke misses down low for ball 1. Right-handed batter, right-handed thrower. 1-0. Fastball misses a little up for ball 2. If you joined us late here in game number 2, Joe Gravine started on the hill for the Warriors, but left with an injury with 1 out. That one's on the inside corner. Marshall Helke, who started in right field, has moved to the pitcher's mound. The game between Stevens Point and DC Everest has been rescheduled for tomorrow at DC Everest. And there's a fly ball, left field, going a couple of steps back is Alex Capitz, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. So if you're looking for some high school baseball action tomorrow in the Wausau area, you can head on over to Simon Field and then come out to Wausau West on Thursday when the Warriors host Wisconsin Rapids. You can see some softball as well Thursday with the Warriors and Marshfield. Matthew Vollert, the leadoff hitter and right fielder, now steps in for Rapids. Marshall Helke's pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. The kick and the pitch. There's a fly ball, right center field. Coming over is Marcus Koenigs, and he'll make the call and make the grab for out number 2. So quickly 2 up and 2 down for Lincoln. And their center fielder, Gage Honeyegger, will come to the plate.
Center fielder, Gage Honeyegger.
Honeyegger singled and scored a run in the first. The big right-hander sets, kicks, and fires. And there's a high fly ball center field. Cam Blasky has plenty of room. He waits, and he grabs for out number 3. So a good, quick 1-2-3 inning for Marshall Helke. He got a fly ball to left, a fly ball to right, and then a fly ball to center. End of 2 here from Wisconsin Rapids. It is Wisconsin Rapids 3, Wausau West 1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing, boat for skiing, a pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Off the top of the 3rd, number 14, Cam Blasky.
Cam Blasky leading things off for Wausau West in the top of the 3rd inning as the Warriors trail by a score of 3-1. Top of the order, 1, 2, and 3 here for Wausau West. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Wausau West softball team still trails in Marshfield 3-0. Top of the 6th inning. Warrior girls trying to extend their win streak to 4 games in a row. Felix Apt misses up and out of the zone for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Blasky, Miles Walvogel, and then Marcus Koenigs, I believe, now in the number 3 hole. There is a fastball right down the middle from Apt, and that will make it 2-1. Cam walked and scored the Warrior run back in the first. Two-1. Up and in, and backing away from it is Blasky. Count goes to 3-1. Right-handed batter, number 14 on the back of the jersey. Hands up high, waits. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Runs the count full, 3-2. Thursday's Valley baseball schedule. Rapids at West. Wausau East at Marshfield. DC Everest at Stevens Point. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Pitch ended up just off the outside corner. And now Miles Walvogel will come to the plate.
Now batting the shortstop, Miles Walvogel.
Walvogel saw a 4-game hitting streak come to an end in the opener today. Went 0 for 3. He's 0 for 1 here in the nightcap. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Both Blasky on the final pitch of the previous at-bat and there Waldvogel on the first pitch of this at-bat, pulling off that pitch just off the outside corner. Apt kicks and deals. Drops a little bit low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. The right-hander to the plate. Bounces in there. That's ball 2. Good hitters count now for Miles Walvogel. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch is a little bit inside on a fastball, and that makes it 3-1. And Marcus Koenigs is on deck for Wausau West. Swing and a miss, and the count runs full again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So second straight batter that Felix Apt is falling behind, 3-1. He battled back to get Blasky. Now he's 3-2 against Waldvogel. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Looked like fooled on that one was Miles, and that's 2 up and 2 down for the Warriors. So now getting his first AB of the game is Marcus Koenigs. Left-handed batter. Kick in the pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike 1. Thanks to our sponsors, including Weld Riley and attorney Matthew Meyer. Also, the Wausau West Diamond Club. Terrific support of our broadcast from the Diamond Club. Wausau West Athletic Department as well. There's a chopper first base side. It will stay fair. Taken on the second hop by Richardson. Goes to the bag, 3 unassisted to end the Wausau West third inning. So the Warriors go down 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. End of 2.5. It is Wisconsin Rapids 3, Wausau West 1. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Weld Riley Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled breadth of services and depth of talent in Wisconsin. Matt can help you in finding a legal solution in civil litigation, family law, personal injury, and more. Contact Matt Meyer at Weld Riley Law Firm in Wausau. Thanks to Weld Riley and Matt Meyer for their support of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports.
Bottom half of inning number 3, Wisconsin Rapids coming to the plate, leading over Wausau West by a score of 3-1. Jarrett Seligowski will lead things off for Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. And the first pitch from Marshall Helke drops down low for ball 1. 1 run, no hits, no errors for the Warriors. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Wisconsin Rapids. Seligowski walked and scored a run back in the first. Drops down low for ball 2. Trying to give you a look at the new rankings in Wisconsin from Max Prep's high school baseball rankings. Came out yesterday. Give you a sense on who's on top of the divisions. 2-0. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Division 1 has Appleton North leading the way. Hudson is number 2. Hortonville, of course, we were in Hortonville a few weeks back. They're number 3. Bayport comes in at number 4. Kaukauna is ranked 5th. 2 balls and 1 strike on Jarrett Seligowski. Swing and a miss. Good fastball from Marshall Helke. Count goes to 2-2. Again, Marshall Helke looks very comfortable on the hill. 2-2. Ground ball towards shortstop. Picked up by Miles Walvogel. He'll fire across, too high and wide, and safe at first will be Seligowski. So an error on the shortstop will put the leadoff man on base for Wisconsin Rapids in the third. First baseman Owen Richardson, who had an RBI single and scored a run, is due up next. Right-handed batter. Robbins will set the target. Here's the pitch. Fastball up and out of the zone for ball 1. McWanago is number 6 in the state in Division 1 this week. Fond du Lac number 7. Chippewa Falls 8th. La Crosse Central 9th. And Kimberly rounds out the top 10. That again is Division 1 for MaxPreps.com. Runner leads, pickoff move, and back in safely is Seligowski. Again, the runner will take his lead. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch, and there's a ground ball to the left-hand side in the hole, picked up by Walvogel, but he will not have a play. That ball was not well hit, but there was a big hole that's trying to shade towards second was Walvogel, the shortstop, because at double play depth, and that will be an infield single for Owen Richardson. That was just a bad break for Marshall Helke and the Warriors because that was not a well-hit ball, but again, it was placed perfectly by Richardson. And Wisconsin Rapids now has runners on first and second with nobody out for Cooper Souza. So an error and an infield single is something going now for Rapids in the bottom of the third. There's a bunt, pushed first base side, picked up by Helke. He'll flip the first. Covering at the bag is Will Stengel, and the sacrifice is completed. So now runners on second and third with 1 out for Wisconsin Rapids. And an RBI opportunity for Brett Olds. Brett Olds had an RBI single his first time up. Here's the pitch. Up and in for a ball. So Marshall Helke, a strikeout would be nice right here. Strikeout, pop-up, or a ball right at one of the infielders. Runners off second and third. Long look by Helke. Sets just above the belt. Here's the kick and the pitch. And there's a swing and a high towering pop-up, and it's over the second baseman in for a base hit. Oh. So Sid wanted the pop-up, but that was just a little bit too far out of the reach of Stengel. So a little bloop to right center for Brett Olds. Scores a run to make it 4-1. Advancing the third on the play is Owen Richardson for Wisconsin Rapids. So runners on the corners, 1 out for Caden Shalinski. He singled his first time up. He is 1 for 1. Been a bad break inning here for Marshall Helke as that pitch is down low. A couple of very softly hit balls have turned into base hits for Wisconsin Rapids. Marshall takes a long look in at his catcher, Rowan Robbins. Now he's ready. 1-0. There's a little chopper off the foot of the batter, Shalinsky, and the count is 1-1. 4-1 lead for Wisconsin Rapids as we play the bottom half of the third inning here from Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. Stevens Point beat Wisconsin Rapids in softball 9-4. Again, Rapids comes to West on Thursday in a game we'll have on Wausau Sports. There's a pitch down low. Runner was on the move, and there was no chance for Rowan Robbins as the runner does get to second, but Robbins was able to knock it down and keep the runner at third. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Shalinsky. Runners take their leads. Helke's pitch. Ground ball right back to Marshall Helke. Fires the first in time, and the runner will stay at third. Fielding his position nicely again is Marshall Helke. We saw that in the first inning as well. So now 2 outs, runners on second and third for left fielder and number 8 hitter J.D. Weiland. Boy, just a bad luck inning. An error and 2 softly hit balls have led to a run, but see if Marshall Helke can strand those 2 runners in scoring position. Good pitch on the outside corner for strike 1 called. Nothing in 1 on Weiland. He was a strikeout victim. He went down looking against Helke back in the first. Pitch is down low and inside on a fastball. Evens things up at 1-1. Runner off of third is Owen Richardson. Brett Olds leads off of second. Marshall Helke working out of the stretch. Sets just above the belt. 1-1. Bounces in there, but a nice job behind home plate by Rowan Robbins. Got the chest protector down low, had it bounce right off and stay right in front of home plate, and the runners hold. But now it's a 2 balls and 1 strike count to Weiland. Good hitter's count. Left-handed batter waits. Helke to the plate. There's a high pop-up, third base side, and that will be out of play. Bounces off the top of the third base dugout. One run in for Rapids. 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Again, the runners off second and third. Marshall Helke focused in on his catcher. He's ready. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball right field. Marcus Koenigs is back, but he'll have room, and he'll make the grab, and the Warriors do strand those 2 runners in scoring position as the inning comes to an end. For the Red Raiders, 1 run, 2 base hits. There was an error, and 2 runners left on base. End of 3 here from Wisconsin Rapids. It is Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln 4, Wausau West 1. This is Warrior Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Thanks to the Wausau West Baseball Diamond Club for their support of our broadcast of Warrior Baseball on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel. Community support through the Diamond Club is crucial for our student athletes. All race funds directly benefit the program. The Diamond Club offers several advertising opportunities for local businesses and organizations to gain visibility while contributing to high school sports. For more information, go to WausauWestBaseball.com and click on Diamond Club. Thanks again to the Wausau West Diamond Club for helping bring Wausau West Warrior Baseball to you on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel. Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks to the
Ty Teske will lead things off for Wausau West in the top of the fourth inning. Warriors trail Wisconsin Rapids by a score of 4-1. And the first pitch is low and outside from Felix App for ball one. Teske followed by Keegan Cruzan and Rowan Robbins. Ty Teske walked his first time up. Pitch is down low for ball two. Boy, Wisconsin Rapids has really not wanted to do much with Ty Teske today. He walked his first two times up in the first game and then hit the ball well, but flew out to center field his third plate appearance. And then his first time at the plate here in game number two, he walked as well. So 3 walks and 4 plate appearances today. And that one will miss up and away for ball three. So it's been a good day for the on-base percentage for Ty Teske. Felix Apt, the right-hander, works out of the stretch in all circumstances. And that one is in there on the outer portion for a called strike one. 3 balls and 1 strike on Ty Teske. And the pitch misses away, and that's ball 4. So for the 4th time in 5 plate appearances today, Teske earns a base on balls. And that will bring up the Wausau West first baseman, Keegan Cruzan. Feels like the Warriors are due here for a big inning. So Cruzan waits. Here's the pitch. And that is in there for strike one called. See if the Warriors can take advantage, getting that leadoff man on base. Apt looks at the runner, comes to the plate, and there's a ground ball to the second baseman. Scoop to the bag at second, and not able to handle it was Cooper Souza, and all hands are safe. In that case, the shortstop would have been well advised just take one, but he was trying to rush it, maybe get a double play, and in the end they get nothing, and now the Warriors have runners on first and second and nobody out. So now the Warriors have something going, a walk and an error. It'll be a fielder's choice in an error, but first and second, nobody out for Rowan Robbins. Warriors have to take advantage right now of these miscues by Wisconsin Rapids. Looks to bunt and follows it back to the screen for strike one. Rowan Robbins reached on an error his first time up. Top of the 4th, 4-1, Wisconsin Rapids with the lead. Pinching in very tight at first base is Richardson. Boy, you almost think, well, there's the square round way up high for a ball. But my thought is, you pull that bat back, and if you have the bat control, maybe be able to flip it right past that first baseman. He is way in on the first base side. You can see it right here on the camera. And he'll start to move in a little bit more as getting ready is Felix Apt. There's the square around, bunted into the air, but it'll be picked up. First baseman Richardson fires the first in time. Little nervous there. That ball was popped into the air, but not able to get to it. It was either Apt, the pitcher, or Richardson, the first baseman. So in the end, the sacrifice is successful, and the Warriors have runners on second and third with 1 out for Marshall Helke. So a good chance here for Marshall to help his own cause. Of course, the Warrior pitcher at this point. Felix Apt kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Went after one low and outside, and it's 0-1. Runner on third, Ty Teske. Keegan Cruzan leads off second. Big right-handed hitter. Good pop from the right-handed side. Breaking ball. Drops a little bit low. That's ball one. Warriors still looking for their first base hit. 1 run, no hits, 1 error. Rapids 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. And the pitch. Inside on a fastball. Now a good hitter's count for Marshall Helke. 2 balls and 1 strike. Outfield playing straight away for the right-handed hitter. 2-1. Fastball pops into the mid of Jack Potter for a called strike 2. There is a pretty good gap in left center, but the left fielder, J.D. Weiland, is playing fairly close to the line. So if he can drive one into that gap, there's a lot of room. 2-2. There's a fly ball left field side. Coming over to Weiland. Dives! Could not get there. It's a foul ball. They called a foul ball. The home plate umpire immediately indicated a foul ball. A diving attempt. Just crossing over the foul line in left field was J.D. Weiland. So it will remain 2-2. Number one, got to get the run in. Warriors cannot afford to let Rapids off the hook after the walk in the air to start off this inning. Runners off third and second. Apt to the plate. There's a looping liner into center field for a base hit. 1 run will score, and that's going to be it. The throw comes all the way in, and that, oh boy, that was nearly airmailed to the catcher. But it is an RBI single for Marshall Helke, and the Warriors move to within 4-2. Good AB that time for Helke. Started off with a swing and a miss on a ball outside the zone, but then he really focused in. And with the 2 strikes, had a couple of good cuts. First ball was foul, but then that one lobbed into center field, and it's now 4-2. Runners on the corners, 1 out for Carson Thurs. And that is the first base knock of the game for the Warriors, and it is a big one. Felix Apt fires. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Taking a moment, taking a breath, and now stepping back into the right-handed box is Carson Thurs. Apt has his target. To the plate. Breaking ball, and that was a good one. Could see the little bit of a flinch by Thurs. That was not expected. It's now 0-2. But now you got to shorten that swing, get contact, and get that run in from third. Down into the artificial dirt, and the pitch is stopped. Now throw down the first, and back in just in a nick of time was Marshall Helke. And actually, that is not Marshall Helke. He's been replaced for a courtesy runner. Ben Mashinsky is running here for the Warriors. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball right field side. There's a long run nearing the line. Getting there and making the grab in right is Vollert. Runner will tag, and coming in to score will be Keegan Cruzan. So getting the job done is Carson Thurs. RBI sacrifice fly, and the Warriors make it a 1-run game, 4-3.
Now batting number 10, Will Stengel.
Ball hung in the air long enough for Matthew Vollert to get over near the line to make that grab, but it was deep enough to get the run in. So runner on first, 2 outs for Will Stengel. There's a pop, first base side out of play. So the Warriors getting 2 back here in the inning. And as I said, needed to take advantage of the miscues. Number 1, the leadoff walk, and then number 2, the error to start off the inning. Pitch is off the outside corner, evens things up at 1-1. 4-3. Top of the fourth inning. Felix Apt kicks and fires. Getting a piece of it is Stengel, but it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Unusual line for the Warriors. 3 runs on 1 hit, but you'd rather have the 3 in the run column than the hit column anyways. Off the inside corner, count goes to 2-2. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch. There's a roller, third base side, taken on the second hop by Brett Olt. He'll flip across in time, and that will do it for Wausau West in the 4th inning. But the Warriors get 2 back. 2 runs on 1 base hit. There was a significant error and 1 runner left on base. End of 3.5. We are halfway through the second game of this doubleheader. Middle of the 4th. It is Wisconsin Rapids 4, Wausau West 3. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
On Friday, the Wausau West High School baseball team travels to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood to take on the 7th-ranked team in the state in Division III. See all the exciting action live on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, starting with the pregame show at 4:45 and the first pitch set for 5 p.m. Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports is brought to you by the Cloverbelt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Now open in Mosinee. Visit CCU's new branch in the Bayman Professional Building across from the Mosinee Airport. Warrior Baseball is also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, Attorney Matthew Meyer and the Weld Riley Law Firm, and the Wausau West Diamond Club. It's Wausau West at Wittenberg-Burnhamwood in high school baseball. Friday, starting with the pregame show at 4:45 on your home for Wausau West baseball. Wausau Area Sports.
As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, new pitcher for the Warriors, Parker Monday, will take over. Nice job coming in back in the 1st and going through the 3rd from Marshall Helke. And now it will be Parker Monday. And Parker Monday has just been really impressive in his relief appearances so far this year for the Warriors. He has just come in, and he doesn't overpower you, but boy, he has had a knack for just getting the outs. And he's done a great job in some very tight games and been able to keep Wausau West in a number of these games. So Parker Monday finishing up his warm-ups.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th for Wisconsin Rapids, number 24, Jack Potter.
Jack Potter, the number 9 hitter for the Lincoln Red Raiders, leading things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. But Parker Monday, and I believe that Marshall Helke's back in right field, but there's a fly ball right field side, and it will drop in for a base hit. A little looper to the other way by Potter. Nope, Marcus Koenig still out in right field for Wausau West. But just putting the head of the bat on that one was Potter, and was able to loop it down into right for that base knock. So back to the top of the order, and Matthew Vollert for Wisconsin Rapids. Left-hander, Parker Monday, works out of the stretch. Here's the kick and the pitch. Fastball misses up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. 4-3, Wisconsin Rapids with the lead as we play the bottom half of the 4th inning. Again, glad you could be with us here on Wausau Area Sports today. 1-0 pitch. There's a fly ball left field coming in, a step, and then going back. Will there be time to go back? Diving attempt, but not able to get there is Alex Capitz, and it goes all the way to the fence. Rounding third. Here comes Potter. He'll score. Throw to third. Off target, and sliding in safely is Matthew Vollert. Yes, Capitz came in off the bat, and that came back to bite him. That ball was well hit by Vollert, ended up over his head in deep left field, and it's now 5-3. Go as a RBI triple for Matthew Vollert. And now the number 2 hitter, center fielder, Gage Honeyegger, will step to the plate. Left-handed batter, left-handed thrower. Here's the kick and the pitch. Outside, snagged by Rowan Robbins, but ball 1. Well, you got the 2 in the last half inning. Now, danger of giving them right back. There's a high pop-up, first base side, foul territory. Coming over is Keegan Cruzan, and he'll have room and make the grab. So a first out. Runner remains on third base. And Jarrett Seligowski, the designated hitter, will come up next.
Jarrett Seligowski.
Setting again is Monday. Here's the kick and the pitch. Right down the chute for a called strike 1. Warriors have not had much luck in terms of being in the field. Some softly hit balls have led to the runs here for Wisconsin Rapids. There's a roller first base side. That will be a foul ball. Couple of softly hit balls helped Rapids to get 3 in the first, and then that softly hit ball to start off this inning sparked them to get a run in this frame. Here's the pitch. And there's another pop-up, third base side, foul territory. Rowan Robbins will go over and make, and he couldn't handle it. Tried to make the basket grab. And still alive is Seligowski. Going over near the fence on the third base side was Robbins. He tried to make a basket grab and had it bounce off his mitt. So not getting a lot of help in this inning has been Parker Monday. Runner off third. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and there's a big strikeout for Parker Monday. So two outs after the runner was on third, and that will leave it up to Owen Richardson for Wisconsin Rapids. Owen Richardson has an RBI single in the first, scored a run, and then singled again in the third. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Warrior softball team falls in Marshfield today, 3-0. Good pitching for the Warriors. They gave up just 4 hits, but Marshfield held Wausau West to just 4 hits and no runs. So 3-0 Marshfield over the Warriors in Valley softball today. 0-1. Just misses. Ooh, very close pitch. I think Parker Monday wanted that one, but does not get the call. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, that's a big difference between 1-1 and 0-2. And there's a ground ball, third base side, scooped up nicely. Then throw across in time. Carson Thurs to Keegan Cruzan, and that will do it for Wisconsin Rapids in the 4th inning. Boy, nice job by Parker Monday. Had 1 run in, runner on third, nobody out, but able to get the next 3 batters and strand Matthew Vollert on third base. 1 run, 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base for Wisconsin Rapids in the bottom of the 4th inning. We have played 4 here from Rapids. Wisconsin Rapids, Lincoln 5, Wausau West 3. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing? Boat for skiing? A pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Well, if Wausau West can come back and win this game, I think that sequence just a moment ago will be a big reason, because it felt as though the Warriors had kind of lost that momentum after getting 2 runs in the top of the 4th. Wisconsin Rapids had a runner on third, nobody out, but Parker Monday came out and just was able to get the next 3 batters and keep it at a 5-3 game heading to the top of the 5th. For the Warriors here in the top half of inning number 5, it will be the top of their order. So an opportunity with Cam Blasky, Miles Walvogel, and Marcus Koenigs due up. It looks like, I believe, we got ourselves a new pitcher for the Lincoln Red Raiders. Yep, Francis Cronkright. Francis Cronkright, a senior, will take over for Felix Apt. So now the Warriors will try to keep it up after the 2 runs in the last inning. So left-hander Francis Cronkright finishing up his warm-up tosses. Again, some other scores. Softball. Edgar beats Newman Catholic today by a score of 10-0. Been a rough start for the Cardinals so far this season. Mosinee is leading Lakeland in softball today by a score of 10-0. In fact, that game is a 10-run rule win for Mosinee. 10-0 over Lakeland in softball. The Mosinee baseball team is leading Lakeland in a Great Northern Conference game as well today by a score of 15-3 in the bottom of the 5th inning as they try to close out a 10-run rule win. Softball saw DC Everest defeat Wausau East 21-7 today. So the Evergreen Bats were going. In fact, East led Everest 4-3 going to the top of the 3rd, but then the Evergreens put up 11 runs in that top of the 3rd to take over in that game. Stratford today in high school baseball beats Marathon 5-0. That's a big game in the Merriwood South. So again, Stratford 5, Marathon nothing in the Merriwood South. Marshfield over Wausau Easton Valley baseball by a score of 18-1. And again, the game between, actually the completion of the suspended game and the regularly scheduled game between DC Everest and Stevens Point was postponed due to field conditions. So now Cronkright has finished up his warm-ups, and now the Warriors will head to the plate in the top half of inning number 5. Cam Blasky, who walked and scored in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd, will step in to face Cronkright. First pitch from Cronkright is in for strike one called. Wind still blowing pretty briskly here today on this very spring-like late afternoon, early evening. 0-1. Bounces in there, evens it up at 1-1. Again, the Warriors will host Wisconsin Rapids on Thursday. We will have softball Thursday, but we'll be back with the Warrior baseball team on Friday at Wittenberg. Warriors at Wittenberg-Burnhamwood, Friday, 4:45 airtime. 1-1. Bounces in there, and again, that's a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Thursday, it will be Wausau West softball when the Warriors take on Wisconsin Rapids. So both baseball and softball will be hosting on Thursday. I'll be at the softball diamond starting at 4:15. Good hitters count now for Cam Blasky. 2 balls and 1 strike. Misses down low again and is 3-1. The last inning started with a walk, and now Blasky, 1 pitch out of the zone away from drawing the base on balls to start off the 5th. Three-1. Way up high, goes all the way to the backstop, and that is a base on balls to start off the Wausau West 5th inning. Potential tying run comes to the plate as Miles Waldvogel will head to the right-handed box.
Now batting shortstop, Miles Waldvogel.
So Miles Waldvogel. 0 for 2 here in game number 2. Bounces in there, goes all the way to the backstop, and that will be a wild pitch. Advancing to scoring position now is Cam Blasky for the Warriors. All right, now Francis Cronkright has come out there and having a hard time finding the strike zone. They've been basically all down into the artificial dirt the last 5 pitches. With the exception of the one that flew to the backstop on the fly. Misses away on that fastball, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. 5-3, Wisconsin Rapids with the lead. Top of the 5th inning. There's a fastball right down the chute for a called strike 1. Number 13 on the back of the jersey. Always like that, where a guy will put 13 on that. No fear of any superstition for Miles Waldvogel. Off the outside corner, and that's ball 3. Marcus Koenig's on deck for Wausau West. Off of second base, Cam Blasky. And now stepping off is Cronkright. Thanks to our sponsors, including the Cloverbelt Credit Union, outstanding supporter of our broadcasts of Wausau West High School athletics and all of our sports broadcasts here on Wausau Area Sports. 3-1. Way up high, and that's ball 4. And the Warriors now have the potential tying run on base. An opportunity now for Marcus Koenig, but first, Justin Payan, the head coach of the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders, will come out and has a walk, the look of a guy that's not going out there to talk. Well, let's wait and see. He's got a stride out there to talk to his pitcher, Cronkright. Mention our sponsors. If you're somebody that would be interested in helping get this project off the ground and keep it going, be successful, I would love to talk to you, let you know about potential advertising opportunities. What you just need to do is to go to our website, wausauareasports.com, and then go to the contact area, fill it out, just let me know that, hey, you'll be interested in learning about our broadcast sponsorship packages. So again, just go to wausauareasports.com and the contact section. Pitch, scoring the bunt is Marcus Koenig, but the ball is taken for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. 5-3, Wisconsin Rapids. Runners off second and first. Pinching close again is Owen Richardson at third base. Another square around, bounces in there. Boy, what a stop made by Jack Potter. I think that was a case where his glove was in the right spot because that pitch appeared to be targeted towards the backstop, but instead he knocked it down, keeps the runners at second and first. Again, way in is Owen Richardson. Another square around, and this time it's fouled off. 2 balls and 1 strike. Boy, that Potter play just a moment ago, that's big. Because then you can swing away, have runners on second and third, nobody out. Not have to try the sacrifice. Cronkite kicks and deals. That's down low. Blocked again by Jack Potter. And now it's 3 balls and 1 strike. And now going through his signs is John Albee. What do you do here? Do you take the chance here? Maybe put on a take sign. Make Cronkite throw a strike. Right on top of home plate is Marcus Koenigs. He waits. Squares around. Inside it hit him. So now the bases are loaded with nobody out for Wausau West. And the cleanup hitter, Ty Teske, will come to the plate. And I think that's going to do it for Cronkite. Coach Justin Pyen is back out there. And there will be a pitching change here for Wisconsin Rapids. Big opportunity here for Wausau West. Top of the 5th inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. Wisconsin Rapids 5, Wausau West 3. We'll tell you about the new pitcher coming up. This is Warrior Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Riley Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled breadth of services and depth of talent in Wisconsin. Matt can help you in finding a legal solution in civil litigation, family law, personal injury, and more. Contact Matt Meyer at Weld Riley Law Firm in Wausau. Thanks to Weld Riley and Matt Meyer for their support of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports.
Connor Cronstedt coming out to throw here for the Lincoln Red Raiders. Right-hander will go up against the left-handed hitting Ty Teske. Great chance here for Wausau West. There's a chopper, first base side. Grab there, fire to the plate, and that will be in time for the force out to get the runner. So a fielder's choice. Bases remain loaded, but now 1 out. 3-2 on the putout at the plate.
Now batting number 17, Keegan Cruzan.
So now Keegan Cruzan will step in. Right-handed batter will wait. Corner infielders pinching in for Wisconsin Rapids. Cronstedt to the plate. Change of pace. That floats in a little bit low for ball 1. One all. There's a little roller, first base side, picked up by the pitcher. He'll take the road. The ball is knocked away. All hands should be safe. Coming down the line was Cruzan, and he was attempted to be tagged by Cronstedt, but not able to hold on was the Wisconsin Rapids pitcher. Coming in to score will be Waldvogel, and it's now 5-4. So all hands are safe on that play. And now Rowan Robbins with the tying run at stepping off. And is that going to be called a balk? Well, the runners are halfway between first. What was the call? And it is a balk finally, and Justin Pine is trying to come out and indicate that the pitcher, Cronstedt, had stepped off. The coach is trying to say that the pitcher stepped off first and then made a move, and the umpire is saying, no, he made the move and then stepped off. So we are tied up 5-5 on the balk. And now the lead run is at third for the Warriors. And Rowan Robbins a chance to give the Warriors the lead. Here's the pitch, ground ball towards shortstop. Souza will pick. He's going to give up the run, throw the first in time, but coming in to score will be Teskey, and the Warriors have taken the lead 6-5. So an RBI 6-3 ground ball for Rowan Robbins.
Now batting number 28, Parker Monday.
2 outs, runner on third for Parker Monday. And the pitch, breaking ball, that's in there for strike one called. So the Warriors, with 2 runs in the fourth and now 3 runs in the fifth, have taken a 6-5 lead. Pitch is low and outside. Scoreboard hasn't changed yet. It still says 5-5, but the Warriors scored on that last play. 1 ball, then 1 strike. Fastball misses away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now the scoreboard has changed. 6-5 Warriors. Outside on a fastball, and that's 3 balls and 1 strike. Carson Thirds on deck for Wausau West. (3-1). Fastball too high, and that's ball 4. So runners on the corners now for Carson Thirds. Thirds is 0 for 1. He had a sacrifice fly and an RBI his last time up. Looking for another one. Here are the Warriors. Looking for that 2-out RBI hit. Fastball misses away for ball 1. Good comeback here for Wausau West. They trailed 4-1 at one point. Fastball in there for strike 1 called. Again, the runners take their leads. Cronstedt to the plate. Off the end of the bat on that cut from Carson Thirds. And the count goes to 1 ball, then 2 strikes. Six runs on 1 base hit for the Warriors. They have scored all these runs in this inning without benefit of a hit. Now the runner will break, and Mushinski, who came on to run, will steal second without a play. That was a case where the Warriors, I think, would have been okay if Rapids had stepped off and tried to get Mushinski into a rundown, but they said, just take the bag. There's a fly ball center field, slightly towards right center. Making the call and making the grab is Honeyjager for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Warriors scored 3 times, as I said, 3 runs without benefit of a base hit. You don't see that very often. And the Warriors there was an error and 2 runners left on base. End of 4.5, heading to the bottom of the 5th. Wausau West 6, Wisconsin Rapids 5. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
On Thursday, the Wausau West High School softball team plays host to Wisconsin Rapids in a Wisconsin Valley Conference matchup. See all the exciting action live on Wausau Area Sports, starting with the pregame show at 4:15 and the first pitch at 4:30. Wausau West High School softball on Wausau Area Sports is brought to you by the Cloverbell Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Warrior softball is also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm and attorney Matthew Meyer, and financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. It's Wausau West versus Wisconsin Rapids in high school softball. Thursday, starting with the pregame show at 4:15 on your home for Wausau West Warrior softball, Wausau Area Sports.
Wisconsin Rapids coming to the plate in the bottom of the 5th inning, now trailing Wausau West by a score of 6-5. Parker Monday still out there for the Warriors as Cooper Souza will lead things off for Wisconsin Rapids. Lefty thrower, right-handed batter. Here's the pitch that will float inside for ball 1. Souza has grounded out and also hit a sacrifice bunt. So Monday now in line to earn the W for the Warriors. Misses up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, that's how Wisconsin Rapids got into trouble, not being able to throw strikes early on in that last inning. There's a good fastball from Parker Monday in there for strike 1 called. The lefty sets. Here's the kick and the pitch. Ground ball to left-hand side. To his left. Scooped up by thirds. He'll fire across on target in time. 5-3 on the putout for out number 1. Nice clean pick and a good throw across from thirds for the first out of the inning. So Brett Olds will next step in for Wisconsin Rapids. Here's the pitch. This is up high for ball 1. Brett Olds had an RBI single in the first, had an RBI single in the third, so he's 2 for 2 with a pair of runs batted in. Swing and a miss, and that evens things up at 1-1. Warriors looking for their first Wisconsin Valley Conference victory of the season after that loss in the opener of this twin bill. They are now 0-4 in the league. Only team that has yet to win in WVC play. Pitch misses down low. Inside. Count goes to 2-1. One of the oddest lines you'll see. 6 runs on 1 hit for the Warriors. Now we fall back to the screen and we even up at 2-2. Getting darker here in Wisconsin Rapids. No sign of any rain or anything like that, but just as we get past 7 o'clock here, 7:15 in fact, as time is called. Parker Monday again is ready. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. And there's a fly ball right field side coming in, but played on a hop by Marcus Koenigs, and that'll be a base hit, his 3rd of the game for Brett Olds.
Now batting number 5, Hayden Sholinski.
So runner on first, potential tying run, 1 out for second baseman Caden Shalinski. Runner takes his lead. Holding the runner is Keegan Cruzan at first. There's a fly ball. Foul territory, first base side. It'll drop in. Strike 1. Well, it'll be interesting to see how aggressive that Coach Justin Pyen will be for Wisconsin Rapids. Do you try to get that runner on the move, get him into scoring position? Again, Parker Monday sets, kicks, and deals. Drops low and inside, smothered by Rowan Robbins, but the count goes even at 1-1. 6-5 Warriors, bottom of the 5th. Again, leading off first is Brett Olds. 1-1. There's a fly ball center field. Cam Blasky has plenty of room. Goes slightly towards right center. He'll make the grab, and that's out number 2. I have to say again how impressed I have been this season with Parker Monday. Again, he is not somebody that overpowers anybody, but he throws strikes, he puts the ball where he needs to, and he's just has been stellar in his relief appearances, a handful of relief appearances already this season. And there's a fly ball again, well hit, going back is Blasky. Again, he'll have room, and he'll make the running grab just into left center field for out number 3. Again, that was a well-hit ball, but you have to really take it today to get it out of here. So, in that inning, no runs for Wisconsin Rapids. 1 base hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Heading to inning number 6. Wausau West 6, Wisconsin Rapids 5. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks to the... Check it out. There you are. They are?
Alcoholics Anonymous. We're here to help. For more information, visit aa.org and download the Meeting Guide app.
Top of the 6th inning. Warriors coming to the plate, leading by a score of 6-5. Will Stengel will lead things off for Wausau West. First pitch is off the inside corner for ball 1 from Connor Cronstedt. Will Stengel is grounded out twice, once to the shortstop and once to the third baseman. Cronstedt kicks and deals. Ground ball towards short. Cooper Souza will pick. He'll hop. He'll fire across in time. 6-3 on the putout for out number 1. Back to the top of the order for the Warriors and center fielder Cam Blasky.
Now hitting the leadoff hitter, number 14, Cam Blasky.
Cam Blasky has walked twice here in this second game. He's also struck out, so 0 for 1 officially. He has scored a run. First pitch is a fastball from Cronstedt for strike 1. Warriors 1 run in the first, 2 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth. 3 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth for Wisconsin Rapids to get a 6-5. Breaking ball, waving at it and missing is Blasky, and it's 0-2. Right-handed batter, right-handed thrower. Cronstedt sets, kicks, and fires. Inside and trying to frame it was Potter. Trying to get that breaker back towards the corner. Came off the fingers looking like it might hit the batter, but it's ball one. And the pitch. There's a fly ball, right field side. That's going to curl into foul territory and drop foul. (6-5), 1 out, nobody on base for the Warriors here in the top of the 6th inning. Cronstedt's pitch. There's a chopper foul third base side. And we'll do it again at 1-2. This is a big one for the Warriors. They need a WVC win badly here today. Breaking ball off the inside corner. Count evens 2-2. Seeing a little bit of sunshine peeking through again. Lights have been on for a while. Nice to see where it's 7:22 and we still have some daylight. 2-2. Fastball misses the outside corner, trying to frame it with Potter, but it was a couple of inches off. And the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Miles Waldvogel waits on deck for Wausau West. There's a pop. That'll be out of play. Head on over to the empty softball diamond. We'll do it again at 3-2. Warrior dugout to my right, putting their hands together. Payoff pitch. Catches the outside corner. Went with the breaking ball. 3-2 was Connor Cronstedt. That's a tough pitch, 3-2. And that's the second out of the inning. Miles Waldvogel up next. He walked as part of that 3-run 5th inning and scored a run. Otherwise, he is 0 for 2. Wind kicking up yet again. Cronstedt, another good breaking ball. Strike 1 called. Well, Cronstedt trying to do his job here in the top of the 6th. Put the Warriors down in order and give his offense a chance down by 1. Swing and a miss. Kind of pulling off that pitch a bit was Miles Waldvogel, and the count is 0-2. As we near the end of the school year, boy, what a athletic campaign it has been for Miles Waldvogel. Of course, he had a terrific football season. He was terrific on the hardwood during the boys basketball campaign, and now here doing it in high school baseball. And there's a swing and a miss, and that's strike 3, and that will do it for the Warriors in the top of the 6th inning. So 3 up and 3 down for West. Heading to the bottom half of inning number 6. It remains Wausau West 6, Wisconsin Rapids 5. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Thanks to the Wausau West Baseball Diamond Club for their support of our broadcast of Warrior Baseball on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel. Community support through the Diamond Club is crucial for our student athletes. All race funds directly benefit the program. The Diamond Club offers several advertising opportunities for local businesses and organizations to gain visibility while contributing to high school sports. For more information, go to wausauwestbaseball.com and click on Diamond Club. Thanks again to the Wausau West Diamond Club for helping bring Wausau West Warrior Baseball to you on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
number 24, Jack Potter.
Jack Potter will lead things off for Rapids in the bottom of the sixth. Warriors holding to a one-run lead, 6-5. Parker Monday still on the hill for Wausau West. The lefty sets. Here's the kick and the pitch. And that will miss for ball one. Nine, 1, and 2 hitters for Wisconsin Rapids in the bottom of the sixth inning. Rowan Robbins will put down the fingers and set the target. 1-0. Just a tad low. Looked like it was on the outside corner. And the count is 2-0. Potter followed by Matthew Vollert and Gage Honeyegger. Again, 9, 1, and 2 for Wisconsin Rapids. Outside, and that's ball 3. Parker Monday in relief is now the pitcher of record for the Warriors, so if the Warriors can hold on and win it, he would get the W. 3-0. Drops a little bit low, and that's a 4-pitch walk to start off the Wisconsin Rapids sixth. John Albee is going to walk out from the first base dugout, head to the mound. Warriors were put behind the 8 ball very early in this game because their starting pitcher, Joe Gravine, left in the first with 1 out with an injury. And coming in was Marshall Helke, who did a really nice job, and now Parker Monday as well. It's really been a team effort on the hill for Wausau West here today. And in fact, Wisconsin Rapids was fortunate with some rather poorly hit balls that ended up base knocks that gave them some opportunities in this game. But the conversation continues at the pitcher's mound. And again, really, you don't see this very often. Wisconsin Rapids 9 hits in this game. Wausau West 1 hit in this game. So, and yet the Warriors have the big number. That's the run, 6-5. So that meeting comes to an end. Back to the first base dugout goes Coach Albee. And now Matthew Vollert, who had an RBI triple his last time up, steps in. Here's Monday's pitch. Low and outside for ball 1. I mentioned earlier that situation after that RBI triple by Vollert. He was on third base with nobody out. And Monday got out of that inning without allowing him to score. And I thought at the time that was going to be very important. It surely has been. 1-0. Up and away, and that's ball 2. Well, right now, not able to find the release point on these pitches has been Parker Monday. Runner leads at first. Here's the pitch. There's a liner towards center coming in hard, but not able to get there is Cam Blasky. So now the Red Raiders have runners on first and second with nobody out.
Now batting number 12, Gage Honeyegger.
Nothing has been easy in this game, to say the least. And now a dangerous hitter. Center fielder Gage Honeyegger, who had a single and a run scored in the first. He is 1 for 3. Runners off first and second. Monday sets at the belt, kicks and deals. That was a square around. Pitch just misses, ball 1. So trying to play some small ball from the third base coach's box is Justin Payan. Monday peeks back at the runner at second. Comes to the plate. Bunt at third base side. It stays fair for a moment and then goes foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, execution is vitally important in situations like this. Rowan Robbins, again, crouches behind home plate. He'll put down the sign and then set the target. 1-1 pitch. Another square around. Misses up and away, and that's ball 2. Well, when the batter is trying to give himself up, you got to let him give himself up. 2 balls and 1 strike. The sunshine, the shadows. 2-1, another square. Bunted, third base side, and it's going to roll, it's going to roll, it's going to roll, it's going to roll foul. Smartly done by Thurs at third base. That ball, for a moment, it got a little nervous, but it ultimately rolled foul, and it's now 2-2. So 2 men on base, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Honeyegger is a very dangerous hitter, so again, this does not necessarily be a good thing that he's going to be swinging the bat now with 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Outside, and that's ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The senior looks in. Has the sign, has the target. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss and a huge strikeout for Parker Monday. That is a big at-bat. 1 out, runners on first and second for Jarrett Seligowski. As he's done again throughout the course of this season, Monday just finds a way in those big spots. And there was another big spot right there, but there's a couple more still to come. Monday again is ready. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball right field. Marcus Koenigs is under it. He'll make the call, make the grab, and the runners will hold. A chance now to get out of the inning, but have to get the cleanup hitter, Owen Richardson. Richardson had an RBI single in the first, scored a run. Singled again in the third, grounded to third in the fourth. He is 2 for 3. Two-thirds of the way out of this jam is Parker Monday. Here's the pitch. High pop-up. Foul territory, first base side. Going over, making the grab as he falls down is Rowan Robbins. What a job again by Parker Monday as the Warriors get out of it. Lincoln had runners on first and second with nobody out, and they're 2, 3, and 4 hitters, but Parker Monday does the job yet again. No runs, 1 base hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base for Rapids in the 6th. Heading to the 7th, Wausau West with a 1-run lead. It's Wausau West 6, Wisconsin Rapids 5. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
On Friday, the Wausau West High School baseball team travels to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood to take on the 7th-ranked team in the state in Division III. See all the exciting action live on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, starting with the pregame show at 4:45 and the first pitch set for 5 p.m. Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports is brought to you by the Cloverbelt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Now open in Mosinee. Visit CCU's new branch in the Bayman Professional Building across from the Mosinee Airport. Warrior Baseball is also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, Attorney Matthew Meyer and the Weld Riley Law Firm, and the Wausau West Diamond Club. It's Wausau West at Wittenberg-Burnhamwood in high school baseball. Friday, starting with the pregame show at 4:45 on your home for Wausau West Baseball. Wausau Area Sports.
Marcus Koenigs will lead things off for the Warriors. Top half of inning number 7, and the Warriors holding to a 1-run lead. 6-5 Wausau West. There's a hard grounder right to the shortstop. Sousa will pick. He'll fire across. A little bit low, but crouching and grabbing it right off the top of the artificial dirt is Owen Richardson for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out, 6-3 on that putout.
Now batting number 12, Ty Teske.
That will bring up the Wausau West cleanup hitter, the designated hitter, Ty Teske. Ty has walked twice and hit into a fielder's choice. Hard ground ball in the hole between third and short into left field for a base hit. So a one-out single for Ty Teske. Would love to get a little bit of insurance here in the top of the seventh if you're Wausau West. And that will bring up first baseman Keegan Cruzan.
Number 17, Keegan Cruzan.
That is the second base hit of the game for the Warriors. Again, you get 6 runs. That is maximizing if you're Wausau West. Swing and a miss. Stretching out the spine there was Keegan Cruzan, and it's 0-1. Would expect that Keegan would be on the hill for the Warriors on Thursday in the return matchup at Wausau against Wisconsin Rapids. A runner on the move. Pitch is low and outside. Throw to second. And out at second is Teske. That was a good throw by Potter, but I thought he was going to get there, and somehow the slide, it just sort of almost stuck a little bit before the foot got to the bag. But nevertheless, second out of the inning, and now nobody on base. And I like the thought. You want to get that runner into scoring position and try to get that opportunity for Cruzan. Keegan will pop it up, first base side. Coming over, but running out of room is the catcher. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looking ahead to the bottom of the seventh for Wisconsin Rapids, they'll have their 5, 6, and 7 hitters due. Cooper Souza, Brett Olds, and Caden Shalinsky. One ball and 2 strikes on Keegan Cruzan. And the pitch, good eye that time. That was one that we've seen batters go after earlier. But laying off, low and outside, count evens up at 2-2.
No.
Cronstedt to the plate. Swing and a miss. Picked up by the catcher, fired a first in time, and that will do it for Wausau West in the 7th inning. No runs, 1 base hit. No errors, nobody left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 7th, Warriors looking to close it out. They lead Wisconsin Rapids 6-5. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing, boat for skiing, a pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Bottom half of inning number 7 here from Wisconsin Rapids. The Warriors looking to get a split of this doubleheader. In game 1, it was Rapids beating the Warriors by a score of 3-1. And Wausau West leads this one by a score of 6-5. So, again, for Wisconsin Rapids, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Cooper Souza, Brett Olds, and Caden Shalinsky, against Parker Monday. And boy, Monday has done himself another fantastic job. The 3rd Wausau West pitcher. Again, Joel Gravine was injured back in the 1st inning. Then it was Marshall Helke, and now Parker Monday looking to combine on this win. Throw down to second from Rowan Robbins.
Leading off for Wisconsin Rapids, number 11, Cooper Souza.
So Cooper Souza, he is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. Parker Monday was able to get out of a jam in the last inning. Try to get off to a better start here in the bottom of the 7th. The lefty kicks and fires. Strike one called on the outside corner. Outfield playing fairly straight away, slightly towards left center is Cam Blasky. That one will bounce into the artificial dirt and even up the count at 1-1. Again, earlier today, the Wausau West softball team fell to Marshfield 3-0. 4 hits on each side. Warriors' 3-game win streak came to an end. There's a little looper towards shortstop. Coming in hard and making the grab is Miles Waldvogel. Oh, wait, no, he didn't make the grab. Apparently had a hard time picking up. I had a little bit of a hard time picking up myself. But runner makes it to first base. Not able to handle it, and it goes down apparently as an error on the board. So, Parker Monday again will have to work out of a little bit of trouble. Here's the pitch. And there's a fly ball. Plenty of room. Cam Blasky, he'll make the grab for out number 1. That was Brett Olds. That's a big out because Olds had been 3 for 3 in the game up to that point. And now Caden Shalinsky will step in for Wisconsin Rapids. Shalinsky has a base hit. He is 1 for 3. Parker Monday fires. Chopper third base side goes foul. No balls and 1 strike. Rowan Robbins again will put down the fingers and set the target. Monday's pitch. Drops down low, evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Been a high-tempo day. I mean, the first game really went fast, but this game has gone pretty smoothly as well. Sometimes these twin bills take a long time. There's a pop-up, short right field, long run for Marcus Koenigs. It's a foul ball. That was a long way to go for the Wausau West right fielder. Unfortunately, it landed just a couple of feet foul. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, putting down the fingers and setting the target is Rowan Robbins. Runner leads off first. Monday to the plate. Ground ball pulled foul, third base side. We'll do it again at 1-2. Later on this evening, we'll have a complete recap of this one and the other action involving Wausau area high schools in baseball and softball. So again, check out our website, wausauareasports.com, for those write-ups later on this evening when I get home. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ground ball towards shortstop. Waldvogel to his right. This will be a tough play. Goes to the bag, a second for 1. On to first, not in time. That was a good, solid play by Waldvogel. Again, going to his right, not a well-hit ball, but made the clean pick, and a good throw to second where Stengel is at the bag. 6-4 on the putout, and that's the second out of the inning. Fielder's choice for Shalinsky, and that will now leave it up to J.D. Weiland, the left fielder for Wisconsin Rapids.
Number 7, J.D. Weiland.
Weiland is 0 for 3. Big left-handed hitter. So Parker Monday trying to finish this one off. Monday kicks and fires. Hangs a little bit up for ball 1. Parker Monday came on in the 4th inning. Yeah, they gave up a run there, but he has been flawless since. Swing and a miss. And in fact, even in that inning, it was a little bloop hit that started off that fourth, and then a bit of a misplay in the outfield that led to a triple. So Monday, again, has just been outstanding since the fourth. 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball towards second base. Will Stengel bobbles, and no play! Back to second and back in safely. An error will keep it alive here for Wisconsin Rapids. Tying run now at second. And Jack Potter due up next. We'll have time called. Dan Gravine is going to come out and have a word with everybody around the pitcher's mound. I said earlier, it's never easy, and it isn't. I mean, these games are so competitive. Even last week, those conference games the Warriors were involved in against East and also Marshfield, games that really came down to one half inning. Both times, Warriors were on the bad side of those half innings, but here today, it was a nip and tuck affair in the first game, won by Wisconsin Rapids in a pitcher's duel, 3-1. And now another nip and tuck affair, 6-5 Wausau West, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. The meeting has come to an end. Coach Gravine will head back to the first base dugout. And now Parker Monday sets. Here's the pitch. And that will drop low and inside. We have Ethan Dillingham, who is now in the number 9 hole for Wisconsin Rapids. So not Potter, but Dillingham. And he is a good hitter, right-handed stick for Wisconsin Rapids. 1 ball and no strikes. Monday's pitch. There's a good fastball. Pops into the mid again of Rowan Robbins for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners off second and first. Monday leans in, looking for the sign, looking for the target. Monday's pitch. Strike 2 called. 1-2 on Ethan Dillingham. Now they're staring from the left-hander. Monday has thrown 53 pitches. Here's number 54. Ground ball back to Parker Monday. Goes halfway to the bag. Flips, and that will do it. And the Warriors earn a hard-fought come-from-behind victory tonight, defeating Wisconsin Rapids in Game 2 of this doubleheader by a score of 6-5. We will come back, have our post-game show coming up, recap this one here from Wisconsin Rapids. Warriors 6, Wisconsin Rapids 5. Back with the post-game. This is Warrior Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Riley Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled breadth of services and depth of talent in Wisconsin. Matt can help you in finding a legal solution in civil litigation, family law, personal injury, and more. Contact Matt Meyer at Weld Riley Law Firm in Wausau. Thanks to Weld Riley and Matt Meyer for their support of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports.
And Chad Holmes again here from Wisconsin Rapids, where the team split a pair here tonight. In the opener, Wisconsin Rapids knocks off Wausau West by a score of 3-1. And in the nightcap, it is the Warriors coming from behind, trailing 4-1 midway through, and then able to come back and win it by a score of 6-5. In the second game, Wausau West got a run in the top of the first inning without benefit of a base hit. Cam Blasky led off with a walk after a couple of outs, another walk to Ty Teske, and he came in to score on a pass ball to make it 1-0. Then Wisconsin Rapids was able to score 3 times in the bottom of the first inning. One run came in on a pass ball. Owen Richardson had an RBI single. Brett Olds had an RBI single. It was 3-1 Rapids. And then Olds added another RBI single in the bottom of the third inning to extend the Wisconsin Rapids lead to 4-1. Then the Warriors got a pair back in the top of the fourth. A leadoff walk to Ty Teske, then Keegan Cruzan reached on an error. A sacrifice bunt, an RBI single by Marshall Helke, a sacrifice fly by Carson Thurs, and it was 4-3. Wisconsin Rapids then got one back in the bottom of the fourth. It was a leadoff single to right field by Jack Potter, and then Matthew Voldert hit a ball to deep left field. It ended up being an RBI triple to make it 5-3, but Parker Monday was able to get the next 3 batters and strand Voldert on third base, and that turned out to be a very, very, very big portion of this game, because then the Warriors in the fifth inning would score 3 times to take the lead. A leadoff walk, then another walk, and then a hit batsman loaded the bases. After a fielder's choice for the first out, there was a fielder's choice by Keegan Cruzan that scored a run to pull the Warriors to within 5-4. Then an RBI ground ball by Rowan Robbins would tie it, and then the Warriors would get the lead run on a pass ball to make it 6-5, and that would be the lead for Wausau West at the end of 4.5. And then it was up to Parker Monday to try and finish it off. He retired Rapids, gave up 1 hit in the 5th inning, but nobody got beyond first base. Then in the 6th, it got a little bit hairy early. A walk to the leadoff man Potter, then a single to Matthew Vollert, and then there was runners on first and second and nobody out. But then Monday would get Gage Honeyjager on a strikeout, got Jared Seligowski on a fly ball to right, and then Owen Richardson to a pop-up to the catcher to get out of that jam and keep it 6-5. And then in the bottom of the 7th, again, it was a very tough inning for the Warriors. They had a couple of errors, but again, Parker Monday worked his way through it and was able to earn the W here on a ground ball back to Parker Monday off the bat of Ethan Dillingham, and stranded runners on first and second in the bottom of the 7th and gave the Warriors a 6-5 victory. So again, simply put, an outstanding job by Parker Monday, a great job by everybody for the comeback for Wausau West in earning the victory. So the Warriors moved to 1-4 in the Valley. That means everybody in the conference has now won at least one game in WVC play, and the Warriors improved their overall record to 2 wins and 8 losses on the season. They'll get another crack at Wisconsin Rapids at home coming up on Thursday. Looking at our broadcast schedule, Thursday we will have Wausau West softball. The Warriors will take on Wisconsin Rapids. I'll be at the Wausau West High School for that one. 4:15 for the pregame, 4:30 for the first pitch. I'll be back with the Wausau West baseball team on Friday when the Warriors travel to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Whitburn, number 7 ranked in the state in Division III. 4:45 for the pregame, 5 o'clock for the first pitch. And then Saturday, we have a pair of Wausau West softball games from De Pere. 9:45 airtime, 10 o'clock first pitch, Wausau West and De Pere. And then the second game at approximately 12 noon will be Wausau West against West De Pere. So that's coming up on Saturday. So still a lot of high school sports with Wausau West coming up the rest of the week here on Wausau Area Sports. But here today, it's a split of the doubleheader. It was Wisconsin Rapids 3, Wausau West 1 in the opener, and the Warriors win the nightcap by a score of 6-5. Thanks again to all of our sponsors, without whose help we could not bring you Wausau West Warrior High School baseball here on Wausau Area Sports. And again, thanks to you for joining us. Really do appreciate it that you chose us here today for our coverage of Wausau West baseball. I'm Chad Holmes, and this has been Warrior Baseball on Wausau Area Sports.
This has been Wausau West Warrior High School Baseball on Wausau Area Sports. Warrior Baseball has been brought to you by the Cloverbelt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Warrior Diamond Club, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm, and attorney Matt Meyer. And don't forget, for the latest high school sports news, upcoming broadcast schedule, and more, go to WausauAreaSports.com. This has been Warrior Baseball on your home for Wausau West Sports, Wausau Area Sports.